Okay, just made another modification to a normal sjcam case. You could do the exact same thing for a GoPro case or any other action camera if you wanted. In order to pick up sound when I'm using this as a dash cam in the car, I've drilled 4 holes on the back, and that made a major improvement to having it enclosed. When it's enclosed, you can barely pick up any sound. So 4 holes on the back helped, but then I just looked, and the actual place where the microphone is on the what I'd call the left hand side of the camera, and it's roughly where that little ridge is there. So you don't want to drill through that ridge because that's to keep the case hard in that area. So you have to drill a little hole just above, and then I've made a big hole where the HDMI port is, and then I've got holes either side of where the microphone is there. And to show you that, I'll open it up. Hold on a second. So, can you see those 3 tiny little holes there? That there is the microphone. So you've got microphone, USB port, that's a little HD port, that's where the SD card goes. That's the screen on the back that shows you what you're filming. Obviously you've got up, down buttons. And that there is where the sound comes out, those little holes there. Sound comes out on the right side. Microphone is on the left side, those 3 tiny dots. So, as I said, the microphone ends up lining up exactly where that ridge is, so you don't want to drill through that, because those ridges on the side are obviously to give the case some structure. So you see, you just drill through either side, up to you what size of drill bit you use. Work it out for yourselves what size that would be. It doesn't have to be exact, so use whatever drills you've got to hand. And what I did was I put a piece, take the camera out obviously before you drill, then find an old bit of wood that you can fit inside the camera that's, you know, almost the same size as the camera. Shove that in there. Obviously put the camera into a vise and put a bit of wood on either side of the camera case so that you're not crushing the case with the vise exactly. So wood to protect it from being damaged in the vise. Carefully drill through, and hopefully I'll now be able to pick up sound a lot better when I'm driving, because I use these mounted on the back of my car so I can film anybody driving like an idiot behind me, and I can also fit it on the front dashboard again to film people's driving, and it's in case you have an accident so you can show insurers, look, this idiot caused it. Obviously these are waterproof cases. They're no longer waterproof once you've put holes in them. You've got to remember that. Don't go and stick this in your pond or something without changing the case over. So I bought these separate. You can buy these cameras for the SJ4000 on eBay for about £3.85, including postage. So there you go. Buy yourself some spare ones, drill some holes in, and then you can pick up sound. Because using this sjcam, I'll show you what an sjcam is. sjcam SJ4000 is the model of this one. These do not pick up sound as well as a GoPro. I'd say they're about half as good as a GoPro for sound quality in a car. So yeah, you definitely need to drill some holes in the case if you want to pick up sound for whatever reason. And I like to sometimes when I'm driving along say what time it is in case the time's wrong on the sjcam. So you can say what time it is, what date it is, and then when you get the videos back on your camera you'll know what time it was, because quite often when you take a battery out of an sjcam the time and date goes. So next time you switch it on it defaults to whatever, like January 1st 2015 or something like that, and so the actual time you've recorded something can be a complete mystery unless you say out loud every 10-15 minutes while you're driving along what the actual time is. I'll have to give this a dust off because obviously it's got bits of dust and plastic since I did all the drilling. But anyway, there you go. I've got 2 of these cameras. Like I say, they're about £45 each on Amazon. You can buy copies of them for as low as about £16. Don't buy copies. You don't know what quality they're going to be. And they're actually different. These are 170 degree lenses. I've noticed the copies have got 140 degree. Don't go for any cheap copies. Get a genuine sjcam, SJ4000. There are other models depending on if you want high Wi-Fi or whatever. But anyway, this video is just to show you about drill some holes. 4 holes on the back, not exactly lined up, but who cares. and a couple of holes on the side there, and that should majorly improve sound quality on recordings in cars, whatever. But obviously it's no longer waterproof. And then once you've done the drilling, you're going to end up with lots of bits of plastic and maybe a bit of sawdust from the wood you put in. You can find some tiny little brush, maybe a child's paintbrush. You can use that to get inside around the edges. Get as much out as you can, and then I recommend what I'm going to go and do now is stick a vacuum in there. Try and get as many little bits out as I can. So give it a vacuum. And Bob's your uncle. And just show you this little tool here. If you've got one of these, use that to grind out any rough surfaces of plastic once you've done the drilling. All you do is just turn that around. I think this is for putting stuff in walls, whatever this tool's called, I can never remember. But anyway, there you go. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.